In the modern world, the health services have grown tremendously. We have achieved exceptional success in emergency medical services, but we have failed to chronic diseases like diabetes, cancer, arthritis, cardiac disorders, etc. That's why the question arises that have the modern medicine actually been good in public health and preventing diseases, or do we need to follow something else? Here is a report by The Guardian based on numerous surveys conducted by NHS UK. Some of the important surveys are as follows. In the UK, use of prescription drugs is at an all-time high, with almost half of adults on at least one drug and a quarter on at least three, an increase of 47% in past decade. It's instructive to note that life expectancy in UK has stalled since 2010, the slowdown being one of the most significant in world's leading economies. The consequences have been devastating. Modern medicine, through overprescription, represents a major threat to public health. Peter Gaucher, co-founder of reputed Cochrane Collaboration, estimates that prescribed medication is the third most common cause of death globally after heart disease and cancer. The greatest stress on NHS comes from managing almost entirely preventable chronic conditions such as heart disease, high blood pressure, and type 2 diabetes. Type 2 diabetes alone takes up approximately 10% of the NHS budget. A disturbing report from British Heart Foundation suggests that heart attacks and strokes are set to surge in England over the next 20 years as the prevalence of diabetes continues to increase. These all issues which we have covered can be easily solved by Ayurvedic practices. Ayurveda is known for its reliability and effectiveness for thousands of years now. This tried and tested medical system was the only way for treatment before the era of modern medicine. Ayurveda is deeply rooted in ancient Sanskrit texts commonly known as Vedas and different Darshan Shastras. The real power of Ayurveda lies in its basic fundamentals known as Maulik Siddhanta and Sutras. There is a book named Ashtang Hridayam which explains healthy lifestyle in very detail. Now, we will explain about basic fundamentals and working of Ayurveda. Ayurveda is based on different darshanas or philosophies. They are mainly of two types. Astik Darshana, one who believes in God, and Nastik Darshana, one who does not believe in God. Every darshana has contributed some important fundamentals and theories to Ayurveda. We will discuss few of them. Vaisheshik Darshana states that pramanas, which basically means evidence, were described to prove sat padarthas. They are namely Dravya, it means matter, Guna, it means properties of matter, Karma, it means work done, Samanya, it means something of same nature. For example, water and alcohol are both liquids at room temperature. Vishesha, it means something of opposite nature. For example, mango is sweet but lemon is sour. Samavay refers to permanent, inseparable and inherent relationship between two substances. First of all, the Samanya and Vishesha Padarthas were described as follows.
सामान्यं च विशेषं च गुणान् द्रव्याणि कर्म च समवायं च तज्ज्ञात्वा तन्त्रोक्तं विधिमास्थिता.
According to Ayurveda, our body is Panchabhatika. It simply means our body is made up of five inseparable bhutas or elements, namely Prithvi means earth, Tej means fire, Jal means water, Vayu means air, and Akash means space. Our body is primarily made up of dosha, dhatu, and mal, which again are all made up of Panchabhatika. Dosha, it is of three types, that is Vata, Pitta, and Kapha, which are responsible for diseases in human body. Dhatu, the total framework and build of human body, is made of dhatus. They are 7 in number. Firstly, Rasa means all body fluids except blood. Rakta means blood. Mans means muscles and skin. Med means body fat. Asthi means bones. Majja means bone marrow. And Shukra means sperm. Now we have discussed about dosha and dhatu, and the last primary component of the body is mal. It is nothing but the waste materials which our body doesn't need. The vriddhi means nutrition of the dosha and dhatu of this Panchabhatika body are due to Panchabhatikahar means diet, which is primarily dravya. The dravya having similar qualities with doshas and dhatus increases doshas and dhatus. Likewise, dravyas of dissimilar qualities decrease the previously increased dosha, dhatu and mal. and maintain the equilibrium of doshas, and hence the perfect equilibrium of doshas in the body establishes healthy state. The points that I just mentioned indicate Samanya and Vishesha Padarthas. Thus, increase and decrease in doshas and dhatus are due to Samanya Vishesha Padarthas.
सामान्यगुणाभ्यासो हि धातूनां वृद्धिकारणं विरुद्धगुणाभ्यासो हि धातूनां ह्रासकारणम्.
So, from all the brief discussion we just did, we can easily conclude that Ayurveda treats a patient and not a disease. The main purpose of Ayurveda is to protect the health of healthy individuals and to bring the patient to normal state.
स्वास्थ्यस्य स्वास्थ्यरक्षणम् आतुरस्य विकारप्रशमनम्.
Now, we will talk about the difference between Ayurveda and modern medicine. Ayurveda has a very long history of successful medical practices which are tried and tested by many generations, whereas modern medicine is just 3 to 400 years old and is still evolving. Ayurveda is based on proper and accurate fundamentals and theories, which makes it complete healthcare system even in the era of advanced modern medicine, whereas modern medicine's basic fundamental of treatment techniques are still heavily criticized due to failure in controlling chronic health conditions like diabetes and cancer. For example, modern medicine is best practiced in US, but it failed to control cancer, diabetes, obesity, psychological disorders, etc. The diagnosis of patient in modern medicine is mainly done by assessment of symptoms possessed by patient's body, which means it is disease-centric, whereas the diagnosis of patient in Ayurveda is done by examining the condition of doshas and the process known as Ashtastan Pariksha, which helps doctor to select medicine. The diagnosis in Ayurveda is such advanced that doctor can guess the exact disease in patient's body just by taking pulse, which is commonly known as Nadi Pariksha. Treatment of patient in modern medicine involves prescription of drugs, surgery, etc., which is focused on treating the symptoms rather than the root cause of that particular disease. That's why the end goal here is not to be healthy but to get rid of a disease. Whereas treatment of patient in Ayurveda involves many different techniques, including medicine and surgery, which is primarily focused on treating the patient by balancing the doshas, which enables body to heal itself and evolve against the particular disease and at some point to become completely immune against it. So, the end goal here is to make person healthy like he was before the disease. The modern medicine uses drugs which are artificially prepared specifically for a certain bacteria known as antibiotics, which after some time become ineffective because the bacteria develops a resistance to antibiotic. In case of viruses being pathogen, there is no way to develop antivirulent, whereas Ayurveda does not target any specific pathogen or symptoms, rather it sticks to its basic fundamentals like three doshas which are Vata, Pitta and Kapha respectively, and forms a balance between them, and hence theoretically Ayurveda can treat any health condition or disease. For example, recently when Ayurvedic treatment was given to COVID-19 patients, the results were way better than the harmful drugs like hydroxychloroquine, which is prescribed and recommended by WHO, which again only recognizes modern medicine and not other health practices like Ayurveda. With continuously developing science and technology, the quality of urban life will degrade significantly and different types of diseases and disorders will form. So, to treat these diseases and disorders, Ayurveda is must. It will improve the quality of life and will redefine the healthcare. So, there is a huge need to consider Ayurveda as a future to maintain health.